Today, we're diving into a legendary tale from Hindu mythology. It's a story that kicks off with a totally innocent, childish prank, but spirals into a cosmic showdown of immense power. It's a classic good versus evil story, but trust me, who is who and what they're capable of might just surprise you.
So, we're going to start with this quote from a mother, Yashoda, who is in a state of just absolute shock. What could a woman in a quiet little village possibly see that would leave her so completely stunned? Well, that single moment of disbelief, that's the key that unlocks this entire incredible story.
To get why she's so shocked, we need to go to the idyllic village of Vrindavan. Now, on the surface, this is just a peaceful, happy community. And right at the heart of it all is a seemingly normal baby boy named Krishna.
But see, Krishna is no ordinary baby. He's kind of the village's beloved troublemaker. His number one hobby? Stealing freshly churned butter, or makhan. He and his brother Balaram are partners in crime, always leading their friends on some mischievous adventure. And here's the thing. Even when the villagers complain to his mom, Yashoda, they just can't help but smile. He is absolutely adored by everyone.
It's during one of these playful days that our story just takes this wild, dramatic turn. Krishna gets accused by his friends of eating dirt. It's a simple, childish thing to do, right? But this little moment, it becomes the trigger for something truly extraordinary.
So Yashoda, a little annoyed but still loving, confronts her son. Of course, he denies it. So she demands he open his mouth to prove it. He does. And in that single instant, her entire world shatters. She's not looking at dirt. She's looking at, well, everything. And it leaves her completely bewildered, wondering if she's losing her mind.
Try to wrap your head around the scale of what she saw. Inside the mouth of this tiny child, she witnesses the totality of existence. Countless suns, endless oceans, entire mountain ranges, the whole cosmic dance playing out in this impossible space. It's in this moment that she finally gets it. Her son is something far, far beyond human.
But this divine mystery that's unfolding in peaceful Vrindavan, it hasn't gone unnoticed by the darker forces in the world. Elsewhere, a cruel king is just consumed by fear, and that fear is about to cast a very long shadow over this little village.
Meet King Kansa. This guy's a tyrant who rules by terror, but he's also a prisoner of his own paranoia. You see, a prophecy foretold that the eighth son of his own sister Devaki would be the one to kill him. And Krishna, he is that prophesied child.
This prophecy has driven him completely mad, and he issues this horrific decree that just shows how desperate he is. He doesn't know where to find this prophesied child, so he lands on a brutal, sweeping solution. Just eliminate every single infant in the kingdom. He's hoping to snuff out the threat before it can even grow. Now, to carry out this terrible plan, Kansa calls upon his most terrifying servant. Putna is a powerful demoness, a shapeshifter who absolutely delights in causing pain and suffering. She is the perfect, cruel weapon for his ambition. Her strategy is built on a really chilling deception. The mission itself is simple and deadly. Find the infant Krishna and kill him with poisoned milk. But she's not going to show up looking like a monster. No, she disguises herself as a breathtakingly beautiful woman, a celestial being, making it look like she's a divine blessing straight from the heavens.
And so, the stage is set for a major confrontation. Evil, cloaked in beauty, arrives in the one place where divinity is living in its most innocent form.
When Putna gets to Vrindavan, her disguise works perfectly. The villagers literally stop in their tracks and just stare, completely captivated by her otherworldly beauty and grace. Nobody suspects a thing.
You can just hear the whispers, right? This is exactly what the villagers were thinking. They believe a goddess has come down to their little town, probably to offer a blessing to the special child they all love so much. The deception is absolute.
And this is how deep the deception runs. Even Yashoda, the woman who just saw the entire universe in her son's mouth, is completely fooled. She sees this beautiful woman and, thinking she's a kind visitor, welcomes her right into her home.
Inside, Putna makes her move with the ultimate lie. She offers to nurse the child, claiming her milk is some divine nectar that'll grant him power and immortality. It's a beautiful promise, but it's masking a deadly poison.
Okay, and this is the moment of peak tension. Yashoda hands her beloved son over. The demoness is holding the divine child.
On the surface, it looks like a tender, beautiful moment, but underneath it all, a lethal poison is about to be delivered.
Putna offers her poisoned breast, and the infant Krishna starts to feed. For a terrifying second, it really looks like evil is about to win. The trap has been sprung.
But then, the tables turn in the most spectacular way. As Krishna drinks, he doesn't just take the poisoned milk. He starts to pull out her very essence, her life force, all of her demonic energy. The predator has just become the prey.
And just like that, Putna, the fearsome demoness, collapses. Her disguise dissolves, revealing her true monstrous form. In the end, it was a one-on-one fight, and the winner was a baby. Evil wasn't defeated by a great warrior, but by divine innocence itself. The aftermath is this crazy mix of terror and total awe. Seeing Putna's real form, the people of Vrindavan finally understand. The mischievous kid they loved for stealing butter was also a divine protector, powerful enough to take down a fearsome demon all on his own. This villager pretty much sums up the new vibe in the village. The pranks, the butter stealing, it's all seen in a new light now. They were the playful acts of a being who was destined for greatness, a protector who was living right there among them.
And that's really what this story represents. It's this powerful theme, the victory of good over evil. But even more than that, it shows that the greatest power can exist in the most humble and innocent of forms. A baby's purity was more than a match for a king's hatred and a demon's poison.
And that leaves us with this final, really provocative thought. We've just seen an infant with the universe in his mouth defeat a deadly assassin sent by a tyrant. So if this is what Krishna was capable of before he could even walk or talk, what in the world would he become?